Save your energy. Have you ever wondered why some people achieve extraordinary things while others stay busy all day but make little progress? The answer is not always intelligence, talent, or luck. Often it comes down to one invisible resource: energy. Every morning you wake up with a limited amount of physical, mental, and emotional energy. Once it is gone, it is gone. The people who build successful lives are not necessarily those who work the longest. They are the ones who protect their energy and invest it wisely. Think of your energy like water stored in a small tank. Every unnecessary argument, every hour spent scrolling through social media, every complaint, every worry about the future, and every attempt to impress people pokes another hole in the tank. By the time you finally sit down to study, work, or chase your dream, there is almost nothing left. Then you tell yourself, I don't have motivation. But the problem was not motivation, the problem was that your energy leaked away long before it reached what truly mattered. Imagine two friends preparing for the same exam. The first spends hours comparing himself with others, checking notifications every few minutes, and complaining about how difficult life is. The second quietly studies, ignores unnecessary drama, sleeps well, and protects his peace of mind. At the end of the day, both had the same number of hours, but one used his energy to create progress while the other used it to create stress. Success often depends more on where your energy goes than on how much time you have. One of the biggest thieves of energy is trying to control things you cannot control. You cannot control other people's opinions. You cannot control the past. You cannot control every challenge that comes your way. But you can control your response. Every minute spent worrying about things beyond your control steals strength from the things you actually can change. Learn to let go of what does not belong to you. Another hidden energy thief is negativity. Complaining feels easy, but it is expensive. Every complaint trains your brain to focus on problems instead of solutions. Instead of asking why is my life like this, ask what can I do today to make it better. That small shift changes your direction. Positive people are not people without problems. They are people who refuse to waste their energy feeding those problems. If you are learning English, this lesson is especially important. Many learners waste enormous energy feeling embarrassed about mistakes. They stay silent because they are afraid of being judged. But every minute spent fearing mistakes is a minute not spent improving. Save your energy for speaking, listening, reading, and practicing. Fluency does not belong to the person who is never wrong. It is belongs to the person who keeps going despite being wrong. Successful people are not superheroes. They simply understand where to spend their attention. They say no to distractions so they can say yes to their dreams. They don't chase every opportunity to respond to every criticism. They know that attention is expensive and energy is even more valuable. Every day, ask yourself one simple question: is this worth my energy? Is this argument worth it? Is this negative thought worth it? Is this endless scrolling worth it? Is trying to impress strangers worth it? If the answer is no, let it go. Save your energy for your health, your family, your learning, your purpose, and your future. Remember, your life changes not only because of what you do, but also because of what you stop giving your energy to. Protect your peace, protect your focus, protect your dreams, because energy is the fuel that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Every morning, without making a sound, life gives you a gift. It is not money, it is not time, it is not talent, it is something even more valuable: energy. Most people believe that success belongs to those who have more money, more opportunities, or a higher IQ. But if you look closely at the lives of extraordinary people, you will discover a different truth. The greatest difference between successful people and everyone else is not what they have, it is where they spend their energy. Your energy is your life in motion. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel, and every action you take is powered by it. Once it is spent, you can recover some of it through rest, but you can never get back the exact energy you wasted today. The tragedy is that most people don't lose their dreams because they are not capable. They lose them because they slowly give away their energy to distractions, negativity, fear, comparison, regret, and people who never deserved it in the first place. Imagine carrying a bucket full of water across a desert. Every tiny hole in that bucket represents something draining your energy. One hole is unnecessary arguments, another is endless scrolling on social media, another is worrying about what other people think, another is replaying yesterday's mistakes, another is fearing tomorrow before it even arrives. At first, the leak seems small. You tell yourself it is only 10 minutes, it is just one argument, it is just one negative thought. But by the time you finally reach the place where your dreams are waiting, your bucket is almost empty. Then you wonder why you feel tired, why you can't focus, why you don't have motivation. The problem is not that life gave you too little energy, the problem is that you unknowingly gave it away. We live in a world where everyone is competing for one thing, your attention. Every notification, every advertisement, every short video, every controversy, every piece of gossip, they all have the same goal to steal a little bit of your focus. A few seconds here, a few minutes there. It does not feel dangerous because nobody sees attention disappearing, but attention is where your energy goes, and where your energy goes, your life follows. Imagine walking into a supermarket with only 100. You would not randomly throw money into every shopping basket you passed. You would spend it carefully because you know it is limited. Yet, every single day, people spend their mental energy carelessly as if it is unlimited. But your attention is even more precious than money. Money can return, energy spent on meaningless things never truly comes back. The story of Ravi. Let me tell you about Ravi. Ravi dreamed of speaking fluent English. Every morning he promised himself, "Today I will practice." But before opening his English book, he checked his phone. 5 minutes became 30, 30 became 90. Then he watched videos unrelated to his goal. He compared himself with people who spoke perfect English. He felt discouraged. By evening, he was mentally exhausted. He looked at his notebook and said, "I will study tomorrow." Tomorrow became next week became next month. One day, Ravi met an old teacher. The teacher didn't ask, "How many hours do you study?" Instead, he asked, "Where does your energy go before you study?" Ravi had never thought about that. That single question changed everything. He deleted unnecessary distractions. He stopped arguing online. He reduced social media. He started protecting the first hour of his morning. Within months, people thought Ravi had suddenly become disciplined, but nothing magical had happened. He simply stopped leaking his energy. Not every battle deserves your strength. Some people will misunderstand you, some will criticize you, some will laugh at your dreams. You cannot stop them, but you can stop giving them free rent inside your mind. Every hour spent proving yourself to people who don't value you is an hour stolen from becoming the person you want to be. Peace is not weakness, peace is protection. Strong people don't react to everything, they choose what deserves their energy. One of the fastest ways to lose your energy is comparing your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 20. You see their success, you don't see their failures. You see their confidence, you don't see their years of fear. Comparison convinces you that you are behind, but life is not a race. Every person has a different starting point. Your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Even improving 1% every day creates a completely different life over time. If you are learning English, this lesson may change everything. Don't waste your energy feeling embarrassed every time you make a mistake. Mistakes are not signs of failure, they are proof that your brain is growing. The student who speaks broken English every day will always become fluent before the student who waits for perfect English before speaking. Protect your confidence, protect your curiosity, protect your consistency. Those three things are worth more than perfect grammar. Look at the people who inspire the world. They are not successful because they worked every second. They became successful because they protected their focus. They learned to say no, no to unnecessary drama, no to meaningless distractions, no to negative thinking. Every no they spoke created space for a bigger S to learning, S to creating, S to improving, S to becoming extraordinary. Imagine that your energy is a priceless treasure handed to you every sunrise. Would you give it away to strangers? Would you waste it on problems you cannot solve? Would you trade it for endless scrolling? Or would you invest it into building a stronger mind, a healthier body, or a better future and a meaningful life? Every day you answer that question not with words but with your habits, because your future is not created by what you dream, it is created by where your energy goes every single day. One day people will look at your success and say you were lucky. They won't see the thousands of tiny decisions you made, the moments you ignored distractions, the arguments you walked away from, the fears you refused to feed, the mornings you chose discipline over comfort. Success is rarely one big decision, it is the result of protecting your energy every single day. So, from today, become the guardian of your own mind. Don't let every opinion enter it. Don't let every distraction live in it. Don't let every negative thought stay in it, because your energy is your life. Spend it where it grows you. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. If this story changed the way you think about your energy, don't let it end here. Share it with someone who constantly says they are tired but never realizes what is draining them. And if you want to improve your English while building a stronger mindset, subscribe to Echo English. Before you go, think about this. If your energy became visible like money in your wallet, would you still spend it the way you do today?